Hey everyone, hope you're doing well and thanks for joining me for mission 9. The time requirement is 8 minutes and the orb requirement is 1500. Although for this mission we are aiming to make up for that requirement by finishing without taking much damage. We're now done with the beginning third of the game, and now we're onto the Colosseum section, which takes up the middle portion, so we won't be returning to the castle until mission 16. Here we begin our first fight with blades. These are essentially the basic enemy of this section of the game. You can choose to deal with them in a variety of ways. Air raid with Alistair is pretty good since you're out of reach for most of their attacks. Inferno is decent, but sometimes they don't all clump together, and their shields can protect them from some of the blasts. Whether you choose to fight them individually or all together, it has its own pros and cons. Taking them on one at a time means you can make sure your attacks don't get blocked or evaded, and it's easier to hit their weak spot, which is their back. It's a damn shame that the only good Griffin fight is the one you have to skip here. The other two are complete catastrophes, and you'll see why later. The rest of this mission is just fighting basic puppets and fetishes, so I'm just going to talk more about the blades. Fighting blades as a group means you won't be dealing with any surprises, and it reduces their individual threat level. But they tend to blend into the background a little, so with the way they move and attack, it's sometimes hard to see or predict what they're doing when they're moving all around. Blades aren't as clever as Frosts that actively dodge your attacks, but they do tend to move erratically and frequently, so it can be hard to lock them down with moves that don't trigger a hard knockdown. That's why moves like Stinger, High Time and Hellbreaker are ideal to get them in one place, and regular charged punches and kicks with Ifrit tend to do well, unless you charge them fully, which can give them enough time to escape. As you can see, the grenade launcher works wonders. It can break their shields, deals great damage and keeps them at a distance while you build DT. It's also the best gun for knocking them down, which is what your main focus should be when fighting them. Neither of these puppet rooms pose any real threat. I don't even have to see where the enemies are to spam grenades at them, and the next room is pretty much the same, although you should try to build more style against the fetish enemies so they drop more orbs. Grenade rolling can get you a stylish rank, but unless the fetish is DT'd, they'll die before that can happen. I stay in this next room purely to grind orbs, as since I'm skipping Griffin, I'm well under the time limit and just need to grind the orbs. You can't hit the max requirement here, but around the 800 mark is enough to S-rank the mission if you didn't take much damage. The orbs it takes to open the final door also don't detract from your actual orb count, so don't worry about that. I don't really have anything to say about this fight that wouldn't just be me repeating myself, so I'll just let the gameplay speak for itself. This basically does it for mission 9. Thanks for watching and hope to see you again for mission 10. Take care.